So when you talk about how you help women, do you only work with women or do you work with men as well?
Almost 100%. In this case, I would say almost 100% women.
And why do you work with 100% women versus men?
Because women are the mechanics of a relationship. Women are interested in the metaphorical relationship car. They want to know how it works. They want to understand the workings of it. They are invested in keeping a relationship car running long term, it going the entire journey. And so they want to put their time, their resources, all of themselves into that space. Where a man just wants a relationship to look good, get in it, turn the key, and it runs.
Yeah, that's a really good analogy. You've talked about that before in one of your speeches, which is about men don't really want to understand how a relationship works, or the car analogy. Unpack that a little bit more for us. What is your analogy with men and how they look at relationships as far as a car?
Yes, because with a real car, men love real cars. You know, they'll get on YouTube for hours and look at videos. They love the chassis. They understand how it works, and if they could, they'd get underneath it and talk about it and tinker with it as much as they could, right? They really love it, and they want to get into it and unpack it, right? With a relationship, they don't want to do that. A woman does that with a relationship. She wants to talk to her friends about it. She wants to watch videos about relationships, read books about relationships, understand relationships. And so she really must become the mechanic of a metaphorical relationship car. She's the one that's going to keep it on the road. She's the one that's going to keep it well oiled, right? And that's what she has to do to make it go the distance and go the journey.
Some of the things that you say are really, truly different. So one of the things that you have said to me, and I've listened to some of your work, is about, sorry, I'm laughing because it's true. You have said it's not a good idea to bring your man to therapy. Mm-hmm. Go there. Mm-hmm. What is that?
Yeah, and believe me, I'm going to have all kinds of, therapists writing in and so on and so forth. It can work when a man is married, meaning he's made that decision and he is fully committed. It can work when children are involved and there is a relationship problem. It can. But again, I go with 80-20. 80% of the time, I do not ever recommend counseling for a couple. And here's why. Putting a man in a room with a counselor, therapist, that's usually a woman, and he is in a room where he feels he is not in control. He doesn't really know to the degree that he likes to know things about what's going to go on. It's tantamount to saying, okay, honey, in order for our car to run, you have to get out underneath the car with me, and I'm going to tell you about it, and you better get it. Because in order to make this run, you better understand how to make that carburetor, hook up and take in the air the way it's needed to, or whatever. And you're like, okay, right? And you do it. It's so uncomfortable. You feel almost angry about it. Mm-hmm. You just want the car to run, right? I do not recommend it. Go to counseling on your own. Have him go to counseling on his own if you feel he needs it for something else. See, women also want to fix the situation. Let me fix his behaviors, his not paying attention to me and the kids, his drinking, his this, his that, by us going to counseling. No. If he is going to take ownership of that, he goes. You can assist maybe in, would you like me to help you find somebody to talk about that? Because really, honey, you don't want to talk to me about that. That's not something I'm going to be able to really help you with. So-and-so is an expert in that, and that's probably better for you.
Interesting.
Right? Yes.
Interesting.